Hallelujah. Before we receive the ministry of Exalted Tribe, let's just, there's a lot we want to do today, so I'm just trying to see how we can just be very smart with time. Okay, I'd like us to go into our Q&A session. Today we'll just be dealing on relationships and marriage, and before we just listen to Pastor Balaji, it's good to see you in church, ma. Okay, glory to Jesus. Please, I will need the, I'll need, what do we call that thing again? Pulpit, pulpit. I would have loved to sit, but I just need something to rest in. Praise the name of the Lord Jesus. Okay, so this is the time we've been waiting for, and this is the way I want us to do it. Please, if you know our church very well, we are very vulnerable. So we're very vulnerable. So ask your questions the way you want to ask your questions. Don't be shy to ask any question. I've taught, I think, 2 weeks on relationship and marriage. Yeah, I've done that teaching, and today I just want us to ask questions because I really believe that people could have questions around some of the things that I've taught, or personal experiences, or personal stuff that you feel that you just need to get wisdom for. I would be willing to answer all your questions. Okay, so please help me with an extra mic. Yeah, I'll prefer the protocols to help us with the mic. Yeah. Glory to Jesus. Okay, please, those that are serving outside, please tell them to come in. It's about to... You see this church, eh? Where's that brother that was giving me a lot of vibe on this side? Is he here today? Where's the brother? Oh, my brother. You know, his words stuck with me throughout the week. I'm like, what's this? Okay, glory to Jesus. Okay. Yeah, please, questions. Yeah, I'm here for you right now. Any question, I'm okay with it. Any question, yeah. Marriage, relationship, yeah. Your questions would bring out the wisdom. So please, I need you to ask questions. Yeah, so tell me, the series, how has it been for you? I've spoken with a lot of people after those 2 series, and, I've heard incredible stuff and all of those things. Yeah, but the Lord is helping us, and the Lord is helping us to become better. Yeah. So over to you right now, your questions. Let me see. Do we have somebody already? Okay. Where's Dio? Where's Dio?
Praise God.
Hallelujah. Okay, please hold on. Just for a sec. Where's Dio? Okay, where is what's his name now? Where's Demola? Okay. Okay, please go ahead, Funke.
Is it okay for a believer to have a partner who is agnostic? So by agnostic, I mean that the person isn't sure that our God is the God that everybody is talking about. So it's not like he doesn't believe that there's no God, but he's not just sure that our God is the God.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, I wouldn't want us to criticize anybody for their questions, or else you would scare other people from asking their questions. You understand? Yeah. Wow, that's nice. Agnostic, right? Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen that. Yeah. Okay, well, the question you've asked is a question of value. Yeah, and I'll tell you what I mean. It's a question centered around value system. So I'm not even going to answer you based on agnostic or non-agnostic. I'm not going to answer you from that perspective, but it's a question of value. There is something that this person believes in. There is something that this person believes in. So, for marriage to work, both of you must have the same values or complementing values. See, sometimes you may not have the same value. So maybe, for instance, out of 10 values that you have as a person, by the time you look at your partner, the person should have at least maybe 8 of the values that you have. And having the value, what I mean is that the person must believe in your values, must actually see your values as things that are okay to him or to her. As long as you notice that the person is not in alignment with your value, it's not as if you can't get married, or it's not as if you cannot date the person. But what would eventually happen is that both of you would have frictions. Both of you will have frictions. And what I mean by friction is that there is something I believe in, there is something she believes in. When I'm trying to bring what I believe in to play, the other person is going to fight it because he or she does not believe in it. So it's not as if the person is bad or evil, or it's just that I don't believe in your value. For instance, a pastor that wants to marry give me one. You know what came to my mind when I say pastor that wants to marry? I remember a particular film that I watched. So I wanted to say that. I was like, okay. So I wanted to say a pastor that wants to marry a stripper. So a pastor that wants to marry, let me see, maybe, give me one, help me. Eh? A politician. No, you can marry a politician, why not? Yeah. No, I don't want to use religion, because I don't want to use religion. If I use religion, I'm not going to help you. That's why I'm going from the angle of value system. So a pastor that wants to marry maybe a Nollywood actress. A Nollywood actress, like, give me one of the very, please, I don't want trouble. If we get to a point that you feel that what we're about to say may cause trouble in the future, it's not as if she is bad. You understand? She's not bad. So you need to be very, because they might need this session to just listen to it. So it's not as if the person is bad. It's just that your values are not the same, and you're going to have problem. Or a person that wants to marry someone that loves party, as in party, as in she can't do without party. Don't worry, party. As in she can't do without party. So it's not as if going to party is bad or evil or all of those. It's just that your values are not the same. So by the time you are talking about let's go for evangelism on Saturday, she's like, oh, no. Let's attend this wedding. So it's not as if the person is evil or bad. It's just that your values are not in alignment. Your values are not the same. And so you need to watch your values. And your values streams from not just religious perspective. Your values cut across to your behavioral pattern. There are some things that you can tolerate. There are some things that you cannot tolerate. Can I advise you? Don't marry someone you cannot tolerate. Don't marry someone you cannot tolerate. Yeah. Or else you would probably kill the person, or break the person's head, or leave the person amputated or something like that, or inflict injury on that person. So there are some things that are just your personal values. And you also need to check, the values that I have, are they the right values? So if you don't have the right values, you need to change your values. Because if you have the wrong values, you might not attract somebody that has the right values. I mean, there are some guys that are very attracted to intelligent ladies. And there are some ladies too that are very attracted to intelligent guys. There is a way they feel very, there is a way they connect with them when you are very intelligent. When you have something to offer from here. Why some people don't care? You understand? So you must just understand your own personal values first. So like many of us will live life without having our personal values. We live life without having our personal values. You must not do that. You should be able to stand for something, that these are the things that I believe in. So, Funke, if you think about your personal value, or if that person thinks about his or personal value, do I want to become somebody that would not believe in God at some point? Do I want to become that very person? If you want to become that very person, it is fine. You can get married to somebody that does not believe in God, that is not sure about his belief in God, because the person can help you achieve that dream. You understand? But if that's not your value system and you end up getting married to that person, one of the first things that the person will take from you is the God that you have. Because the person is not seeing anything very strange or very great about it. So the next problem that will happen is that when you guys start having kids, you would want your kids to know God. He does not want your kids to know God. So you would tear your children, you tear them apart. You leave them damaged emotionally. Internally, you leave them damaged. Most of the people that are having a hard time maritally relationship right now, the damage was done to them from when they were young. It's just from their parents. But their parent is not even, their parent is oblivious to it. Even they themselves, they are oblivious to it. Because that is what they have interacted with for so many years. So it has formed a thinking pattern. It has formed a paradigm. It has formed a way of life in them. So they are responding to everything from everything they've gone through. So you need to get into relationship with somebody that has the value that aligns with your value. Or else you're just going to have problem with the person. So instead of creating future problem, just eliminate it from the start. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if that helps. Yeah. Okay, please. More questions. Yeah, more questions. Yeah, it's on. Okay, over here. So please, protocol, please just help me send all the people that are willing to have questions. So we can have two people holding mics so that one person doesn't have to be running to the other side. Yeah, Buma, let me. Yeah, Buma, are you in any relationship?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. See, that's the problem. I don't know where we got the concept from that when you're in a relationship, your pastor should not know. Your leader should not know. I don't know where we got that concept from. It's not a bad thing. Because sometimes when you are in love, no, please help me give her another mic. She said something now. Please help me with mic. These are people that have gotten married, though. Oh, thank you, sir. Sometimes when you are in love, what will happen?
Your hair will just block like that.
The hair which it will just block. It will just block. In fact, you will be 5 years into the marriage before you know that, I'm very stupid. Oh. I got married to you. Honestly, it's not something you know in 1 year. Oh. And that's why you see some parents, they say that, what do you know about love? That's what they are trying to tell you. Then what do you know about love? So sometimes when you are into relationship, your key leaders should know. They can tell. They can tell when you are in a dangerous relationship. They can tell when you are heading into problem. Like, I know so many people in this church, they don't know that I know them. As in, they don't know that I know them. So if someone is coming to me and saying that, Pastor, I'm interested in this person, I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm not going to tell you anything. What I'll just do is to put you on some work so that you can get clarity. So by the time you get clarity, you know what decision to make. And there are some people, it's not as if that maybe they are bad or evil. Some people are just in a particular state that if you get into a relationship with them at that time, they will damage you. Yeah, I'll come to narcissists. They will damage you. Right? Not because they are bad. They are currently in a broken state. So the less they are viewing life or relationship from is that broken state. So when you are even trying to show them a lot of love, they can't receive it. They will frustrate you. And that can now leave an experience in you that makes you also feel that relationship or other guys has come, or guys has come, and women are money lovers. You know, it can leave all of those impression and all of those experiences in you. So, but when you have leaders that you speak to and you have people that you talk to that, oh, this is a person that I'm dating or I'm going out with, the person, okay, that's fine. Like for instance, if I speak with you in 5 minutes, I can tell who you are. Yeah, and you should be able to do that. Yeah, and you should be able to do that. If I speak with you in 5 minutes, I can tell who you are. They are just questions that I will ask you. The questions I will ask you will bring out the values in you. So as soon as I see because what I'm looking for are your values. If you are the right, see, listen to me, you can fake gifts. You can't fake fruit. Gifts. Anybody can. You can go to Babalawo, get power, ask people to fall down, heal the sick, raise the dead, and all of those things. But fruit, you can't fake it for so long. Your body will not just be all right. You misbehave. So when I'm having conversation with somebody, if I ask you 1, 2, 3 questions, the answers you give me tell me the kind of person you are. Simple. And parents, you should be able to do that. When you have conversation with your kids' friends and all of those things, the answers they give you tells you what stuff they are made of. And that's why they said that first impression lasts longer. You have to be very careful of your first impression because sometimes your first impression might not be your real self, might not be your real you. But if you project that impression, that's what... Boma, have your seat. Just have a seat a little bit. Let me be careful with the way I say this. Even for people that go to the embassy for visa application and all of these interviews, it's the same thing. The first question they ask you, 1 or 2 questions they ask you, the way you answer, tell them that this one, it will go there. I will not come back again. This one is going for wrong reasons. And sometimes that might not be your intention. The same thing when you go for a job interview. The person is not asking you any question. You know, my brother Timothy was laughing over something. The person may not ask you any question. The person is asking you, Arsenal, the Premier League is on, right? Or is it Champions League? Sorry, it was Brother Timothy that told me yesterday, so it will look as if I know it. Which one is on? Premiership or both? Okay. The person, the man is the final interview. You are expecting GMAT. You are expecting all of those big aptitude. And the person is just asking you that, can't you see that guy, Ronaldo, this one? And he's just gisting, asking you some things about soccer, some things about politics, and you're like, you know what unsmart people do? They don't participate in the conversation. They don't give good answers. What the man is testing you is to see how versed are you. How do you answer questions? It reveals your problem-solving skills to the person. It reveals your confidence to the person. And the man is just already taking what he wants in the person. So, be open when you're into a relationship. Don't hide and hide. Pastors hears a lot when they've now broken the heart of the person. I'm like, before this person broke your heart, why didn't you come at the beginning? It's when the person, so you think I'm a broken pastor, so you just be bringing broken stuff to me. So please, it's not a bad thing if you're into a relationship. I don't want people to know. It doesn't matter. Who will stay, will stay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Boma, over to you. So when are you going to get engaged? When are you going to have a guy? Okay, ask your question, don't worry. All right. Chibuzo, do you have any girl? No, someone might be in love with you. Someone might just like it. Mama, I like when man Curry. That guy, I love the way he sings. So you never can tell. So yeah. Okay, Boma. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Pastor. Good morning, church.
Good morning. Yeah.
So my question is, how does one balance between knowing who you are in Christ, standing on the Word of God, and being careful? Because I was having a conversation with someone, and to me, it somehow seemed like paranoia. When, because the truth is, we know that these things exist. These powers exist, witchcraft, and so many things go on that we see on TV, Nollywood, that is actually true. But how do I know that I don't want to live like being careful every time? Oh, don't touch my head. Oh, this person gives me something. But how do I explain it to somebody?
How do you communicate that to somebody? Okay, I may not answer you today because I really don't want to go into scriptural conversations today. I want to go into relationship and marriage today. You understand? Yeah. But maybe after service, I can just have a conversation with you so that we can just keep the conversation very focused and single. You understand what I'm saying? Great, but that's a great question. Yeah. Okay, please.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Yeah. Let me see the face. Okay. Yes, sir. Please. What's your name, sir? In case, are you married? Are you single? Something like that. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'm not married. I'm single.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Kelly.
Okay, Kelly. Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Kelly. That Kelly. Hey.
No, just Kelly. Just Kelly. Not the one in America, the one in Nigeria. Just Kelly.
No, not even that one in America. They know the Kelly I'm talking about. Oh. Don't worry, you continue. Okay. Kelly, she has destroyed the life of so many people. Continue, sir.
I'm child of God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all I want to ask is that is there actually a age difference between couples?
Age difference?
Yes. That
okay.
If there's an age difference, what's the age difference? Like,
okay.
Can a guy of 30-something date a guy of maybe early 20 or something?
Okay.
And second question, what do you really, how do you get the truth from a lady? Like,
how do you get what?
The truth from a lady. Like,
the truth from the lady?
Yes, like,
yeah.
If she's real. Because most of them here, they just pretend, like, they know you're a young guy, you want to get married, you want to settle down. They kind of, arrange themselves for what you want. They know what you want, right? They'll just do this stuff, but that's not who they are. So how do you get the real truth from them?
I get you.
Thank you.
That's a nice question, actually. Yeah, I'll start from the second question. The way to get truth from ladies is to be truthful. Yeah. That's my first answer. I can see a brother saying that I disagree. Yeah. Yeah, and I love that. Yeah. But the way I will answer you first, the way to get the truth from a lady is to be truthful. I'm coming now. If you are not truthful, you are not qualified to hear the truth. So most of the time, we demand truth from people, but we are not ready to be truthful. I'll come back. I know what you want to hear, and I'll tell you. But what I'm telling you first is that in life there is event plus response, which will be equal to outcome. You cannot control the outcome, and you cannot control the event. What you can control is your response. There are some things in life you must just understand that you don't have control over. If you think you can control everything and you're spending your energy on them, you will waste your time. So the first thing is that, are you going to encounter ladies that will probably appear very untruthful to you? Yes. But I can also tell you that if you are also truthful, number one, you can change that person's mentality that, with all of these lies and all of these things that I've been saying, and this guy is still like this. The person can change. So the way you want to address that issue is not for you to play along with the person and to be untruthful, because both of you will end up marrying untruthful personality, and you would have problem when you get married. So back to what you would like to hear. The truth is that either the guy or the lady, where are you scouting for them? Where are you meeting them? The environment or the location where you meet someone would tell you the likely behavior that will come out of the person. Because somebody cannot behave more than the environment that he or she has been exposed to. You met a girl at batch, at party. What do you expect from her? You met a girl at nightclub. What do you expect from her? Oh my God. Yeah, please. I want you to give some of them mic. Still on this. No, like that brother that is over there. No, I'm coming, ladies, don't speak loud. No, there is a brother here that is on fire. No, there's a brother here that is on wine jacket. Yeah. Yeah. Brother, talk to me. Yeah, talk to me. Talk to me.
Okay.
If you feel comfortable sitting down, I'm okay.
No problem,
Yeah.
Pastor.
Don't worry, I'm not going to crucify you. Just.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
No issues there. Now, Pastor, you are right, yes, that if you are not a truthful person, you can't expect to get the truth out of everything. But the reason why I'm disagreeing with you, sir, is you're saying your environment. Mona chill.
You give that supporting clap again.
Okay, let's use this scenario as an example now. According to what you are saying, you are trying to say, if I want to get an amazing lady now with good behavior and all that, I should try to... No, church care. Okay, you're trying to say I should make sure my search radius is around, let's say, Bodija. Wait, you get where they go. Bodija, come, roundabout, enter Jericho, sha. I should not make it maybe Molete. And no, Abi, Bere, and all that. That's what you're trying to, like, if you put it based on environment, sir. But the reason why we are disagreeing now is, sir, you see those ones? Permit me to speak pidgin. Those ones that would dress. Hey, don't do you before, ba. Sorry. Those ones that will dress, they will give you all the packaging, all the formats, sir. You will still be truthful to them and everything. You go just hear say one story. I say, dear. Okay. Your face go still peel, sir.
Oh.
Please.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let me help him a little bit. Yeah, these are the type of conversations that I love. Yeah. So you see, you said something that I really want to. I don't know how to. I just really believe that I really believe that. I'm hoping that you will understand it. And I'm still saying it again. That your environment has a lot of influence in the kind of person that you will get married to. I'll explain. I would explain to you. You see, either Bere and when I was saying environment, I was not location based. I was not using location or any of that. I was talking about environment that shapes people's behavior. Environment that shapes, and that was why I used an example of a batch, a nightclub, because what takes you to a nightclub is because a software is working on the inside of you. A software is working on the inside of you. Then you said something about, before I come to that one, let me complete this thought. The first thing is that as soon as you believe that a lady cannot be truthful to you, I can tell you under heaven, you keep attracting untruthful ladies. Why? Because you have so much interacted with environments that has made you believe that ladies are untruthful. And either you like it or not, the next lady you are going to get into a relationship with will be untruthful to you. Either you like it or not. Why? Because when you see a truthful lady, you will call the truthful lady an untruthful lady. Why? Because the information you are working with, and that's why I said environment. The environment you have exposed yourself to, and when I'm talking about environment starts with friends. You have interacted so much with a lot of friends that make you believe that this is the way of life of women, of guys. You will look at them from that perspective. So when you see a good person, it's not something you do consciously. It has become an unconscious competence for you. It has become an unconscious competence. Because right now, the way we are saying it is as if there are no truthful ladies in the entire universe. That's the way we are saying it. And the truth is that they exist. And I can tell you that it's not just only in church. Truthful ladies are not just only in church. You can get them elsewhere. But I'm saying that the environment where you belong to will determine the kind of person you would also attract. The environment you associate with will determine. Have you noticed that most people that got married today, where did you meet your partner? Where did you meet your partner? Where did you meet your partner? Most people that got married today met their partner when they were in school. They met their partners when they were in school. The environment you associate with determine the kind of person you would attract. So if you really want somebody that will be truthful to you, number one, you have to be careful of what you expose yourself to. You have to be careful of the environment, the kind of people you expose yourself to. For instance, some of you don't like ladies on the big side. Some of you don't like ladies on the slim side. So as soon as you get into an environment or a place where you have ladies that are on the big side, what do? You move away. You know that I can't get anything here. You look for a place where you can see ladies that is on the slim side. It's the same thing. Because the question you're asking is a question of character. And character, what happens with character is that character takes time to be revealed. And that's why I started that statement with you that if you are not truthful as a guy, you can't get truth from a lady. Because when you get into a conversation or when you get into a relationship with somebody, what kind of conversation are you having with the person? What kind of conversation? What are you saying? Because it is the conversation you have that would determine if the person would be truthful to you or not. But oftentimes we don't have genuine conversations. We don't have quality conversations. You don't have conversations that can exude the truth out of that person. Most of the time we are covered with love. And How many people get into a relationship and sit down with the person and ask your 5-year plan? How many people does that? All you think of is the love. The love. Have you called me? Have you texted me? Have you do all of those things? You guys, see, when you even go out, what conversation? And that's why I'm telling you, if you are truthful, in no time, you would get the truth out of that person, because you will start your conversation. When you are having conversation with the person, the way to get other people to be vulnerable is to become vulnerable first. The reason is that I don't want to give you an information. There are some things that are not even truth. As someone getting into a relationship, I don't want to give you an information that will scare you off at the beginning. For instance, someone that has a child, those people, they have 80%, 70% chance of not getting someone to be interested in getting married to them because of their child. So, if I have a child and I want to get married and I get into a relationship with the first person, as soon as the first person hears that I have a child, he backs out or she backs out. The second person does that, backs out. The third person does that, backs out. The next person I'm going to be dating, which could probably be the fourth or the fifth, when I want to start that relationship with the person, there is a likely tendency that I'm not going to start with that truth. I'm not going to start with that truth, because that level of truth has caused damage to me for 4 different times that has wasted my time. So I'm not going to start with that truth. I'm going to be sure that this person is here to stay. Then I divulge the truth. Or how do I want to tell somebody that I have one critical health condition? So that's what I'm saying, that the way to get truth out of a lady or out of a guy is for you to be truthful. And when I'm saying truthful, you are having truthful conversations. You are starting with yourself, that this is me. This and these are the things that I do. These are the things that I want to do. By the time you're having that conversation, you are helping that person to have a rethink. The person will say, if this person can tell me this and this and this and this, why not? Would review. And when you're starting off with a relationship, don't expect that the person will divulge everything to you at once at the beginning. No. It will be coming one after the other. It will keep coming one after the other. But you as a person, you must have that genuine conversation with the person. So, oftentimes, when the person is sending things that are not truthful, you send things that are not truthful back to the person. Then both of you start playing the ping-pong untruthfulness game. So that's why I said it starts with the fact that you have to take a decision that I'll be truthful. In your journey of being truthful, the kind of questions you ask the person will help you know that this person is not truthful. And you can easily drop. Because you cannot control the behavior of the person, either for the person to be truthful or the person should not be truthful. You can't control. You can't control the person. So, and that's why I'm saying that your search radius, I love the word that he used, your search radius, you have to be very careful with your search radius. And my brother, you believe that church, because when some people mention church, you said, forget church. You said, forget church. You believe that church. And you said that thing, that mentality is one of the mentalities that has driven a lot of people to go outside church to go and get somebody to marry, to go and get someone to marry. And that's how they also get into trouble, because they've lost hope in church. But in the first place, you have not chosen to believe and understand what church is. Church is not a perfect environment. Church is a clinic. So are you expected to get perfect people there? If the church is perfect, then the church does not exist. If the people are perfect, rather, then the church does not exist. But I can still tell you for free that the church is one of the best places to get someone that is good to marry. Why? Because it's not just in the character of the person. It's not just in the character of the person, because when people come to church, what they are subjecting themselves to is that I want to become better. And I'm starting my journey. Now, you met that person when the person was at 15%. And you're expecting 100% from the person. Sometimes you meet the person at 25%. But you're expecting 100% from them because it's a journey. And you all should understand, characters are formed for a very long period of time. When it is formed, it is difficult to get it out. The most difficult people to change are adults. That's why most people don't want to do adult education. The most difficult people to change are adults. Because the character, the nature is already formed. So your search radius, it has to be in the right place. You can't be looking for a girl at the club and expect the best from her. You can expect the best from her when it comes to club life and all of those things. She's going to give it to you. But when it comes to other values that you require from maybe a woman or a mother, a wife, she might not be able to give you. Your values will contradict each other. Then when you get into that relationship, you as the guy or the lady choose to be truthful. Have conversations. Have conversations with the person. You must set out time to have genuine conversation. I'm not talking about the conversation of, hello, how are you? Have you eaten today? Have you done this today? How are you? How are you feeling now? You know what I'm thinking right now is that, I wish we can just get married very soon and all of those things. You guys are saying no, but most of the time, these are the conversations you have. Conversation is the way to discover somebody. When you have conversation with somebody, you can determine if this one is going somewhere or this one is not going somewhere. If this person's life aligns with my life or does not align, you can discover. So you must have that genuine conversation. And I'm reiterating that genuine conversation because I don't want you to allow the untruthfulness of another person to make you become untruthful. Because that's what we eventually resort to. That if these people are playing me like this, means I play. And that's what brought Playboy and Playgirl. You must choose that I must stand my ground. I'm not going to allow the influence, I'm not going to allow the negativity from the other person to affect me. And I'm going to make this relationship work. If I notice that this person is not ready to make it work, then we go our separate ways. Then in the course of the relationship, and that's why relationships start with friendship. At the stage of friendship, you are getting to know the person. You're just getting to know. And that's why when you meet a lady or you meet a guy and you tell the guy that I love you, you really don't know what you are saying because you can't love somebody you don't know. So what happens is that people get into marriage. They don't know each other. I can tell you for free. They don't know each other. Then you not get into the marriage after that, oh, you lied to me all these years. No. You did not do the things that will make you know the person. You did not do the things that will make you, and either you like it or not. Either the person is good, nice, kind, or any of those things, any of those words you call it. Either the person is nice, good, is an angel. Either you like it or not, the person does not have a perfect character. And I can tell you, every year you'll be seeing different type. No, they are not bad characters. They are nature. You have it. They are not bad characters. I'm not talking about extreme characters like maybe the person is, you got married and the person is still having an affair and all of those things. No, that's not what I'm talking. I'm talking about the fact that the person would be unveiling different characters and behavior per time, per year, per quarter. Both of you will be unveiling different characters. And they are not bad characters. They are your behavioral pattern. And they come from the place of growth. The environment you expose yourself to when growing up. Like, it was until when I was out of... it was when I got to school. I was living with one of my roommates. I had different roommates at different times. And it was there I noticed that when you bathe, your soap, you have to rinse it. I never knew my entire life. I never knew. Some of you don't know too. Some of you don't know. That when you are done bathing, the soap, you have to rinse it. Oh, can you see? He said, ah. All my life, I feel that maybe this thing is a soap. If death comes in contact with this soap, you should neutralize it now. So, but when I started living with one of my roommates, one day the guy was very angry that, you've been doing this thing all the time, you've been doing this thing all the time, soap, when you're done bathing, you wash it. You know, guys, we use our things together. When you're done bathing, you wash it. I'm like, that thing pained me that as old as I am, I don't know this thing. It was very painful because I never thought about it that, but that was the way the person was raised. So when you get married to somebody, the way the person was raised is the way the person would also be living his or her life. Although you guys will be shifting ground, adjusting and adjusting and adjusting and adjusting, but you cannot totally adjust till you die. You cannot totally adjust till you die. What you will be doing is, and that's why I told you that you must marry somebody that you can tolerate. There are some behaviors that I can't tolerate it. So there were some ladies that were around me with this behavior, I can't tolerate it. I'm sorry. This behavior I can't tolerate. I just got stuck with the person I know. This person, I can't tolerate her. So my brother, I'll start again. The journey of truthfulness starts with you, not with the other person. Are you going to meet people that will be untruthful? Yes. But your level of truthfulness would eventually attract you to the right person that is truthful. And the kind of conversation or the kind of relationship you're having, the kind of rapport you're having in the course of your relationship would determine if you're going to get the truth out of the person. Because what you are even calling truth, what you're calling truth now, it is when you get married, you now understand what truth is. So truth will move away from this level of visible lie to something that is, I thought you should know. I thought you should know. I'm expecting you to know. Then you now like, how are you expecting me to know? That if you did not share this with me, are you expecting me to know? You're not truthful. But it's not lie. It's not one big lie. It's not lie in itself. It's just the behavior. Then in the course of your relationship, that's why it's our stages. You now get to a point where both of you have sufficiently understood yourself. You sufficiently understood yourself. You now say, at this time, we feel we can end up together. And that's when you start your courtship. The word courtship itself was derived from the word court and sheep. The court there is like the law court or the court of law. Is like the judicial system. What the judicial system does is that they try the people that comes to the court. They try them so that they can ascertain justice. And that's why when you're getting into courtship with anybody, what you're doing is that your characters are on the line. You are testing your characters, your behavior. You are judging the bad behavior out of you. You are judging the wrong things out of you so that both of you can come to a particular point called justice that you can both understand yourself. Before you now journey into what you now call the sheep. And when you take a sheep, there is no bus stop. Everybody ends alight at the same place. As soon as you take a ship, you don't have I'm sorry. I'm coming down at the middle of the water here. No, there is a destination for everybody. So it is a courtship that as soon as you enter, myself and you, we are ending up in marriage. But first, you say, I'm very particular with what you discuss during courtship or during relationship. I'm very particular. Most people do not, maybe another day I'm going to just stand on that. Most people don't discuss what they ought to discuss. They enter into the marriage and they are shocked. They enter into the marriage and they are shocked. They are shocked at the situation. They are shocked at their partner. So my brother, the first way to be truthful is to start that truthfulness from yourself. Then be careful of the associations you expose yourself to. The association you expose yourself to will determine who you are going to marry. It will determine who you are going to marry. Very important. Please remind me the first question. Eh? No, there's no age difference in marriage. There's no age difference. It's not a law anywhere. Sure you get it? It's not a law anywhere. There's no age difference. Your wife can be older than you. You can be older than your wife. Depending on you, it's what you like. In fact, I've heard people saying that, no, let me tell you this. I've heard people say that, no, my wife has to be like 10 years younger than me so that by the time I'm getting old, my wife will still be younger so that I'll be looking at the person that she's still young and she's still okay. So, my brother, my sister, it depends on you. Marriage is not a function of age. It's the function of the mutual understanding between both of you. So, your wife can be older than you and she'll still submit to you. But if you are threatened that your wife would not submit to you, you will not marry someone that is older than you. You will not marry someone that is older than you. And if that person happens to be the person you should get married to, you lose the person because you are looking for someone that is younger than you. So it's left to you. If it is something you can deal with, it's okay. If it's something you cannot deal with, it's fine. So it's not a rule anywhere that the guy has to be older than the wife it's not a rule anywhere. If you feel that this is what works for you, this is what you can accommodate and take, it's fine. Go ahead with it. Do you understand, sir? But it doesn't matter. I've seen marriages where the wife is older than the man. It's when they tell you that you know that she's older. So all of these things, they are not, and I've seen marriages where the wife earns a lot more than the husband. And you can't know. And you can't know. It is this concept of untruthfulness and lack of good characters that is making all of those things threatened because they are not issues in themselves. And that's why one of the biggest things I'm saying to you is that your characters, you have to work on it. Because your characters are the things that will form who you will become in marriage. Your characters. You see all of this thing that they were correcting you when you were very young. That don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. That you don't listen to. It will play out when you get married. You see all of those food they are trying to teach you to learn how to cook and do all of this that you don't know. It will play out when you get married. And can I advise you, parents? Parents, can I advise you? Before I advise parents, let me stay on that. See, as a man and a woman, you just have to understand your family type and the season that you guys are in part-time. There's a season where maybe the wife is going to be more busy than the husband. The man, you have to step in to play the role of the woman. But if immediately, some people are fighting that mentality because what you have been raised with in the African setting is that the woman should do everything. And that's culture. That's culture. And that's why I want to beg you to. You are not yet married. You are washing clothes for the guy. You are only disturbing yourself, honestly. You are not yet married. You are cooking for the guy. You are disturbing yourself. There is nobody that is forcing you to do it. It is you that brought yourself low to be washing clothes. It's you. It is you that brought yourself low to be cooking. Well done, cooker. Continue. And see, it's just the African culture. I have a leader in Nigeria back in Lagos. Praise the Lord. Please get ready to pause. I'll tell you, get ready to pause. I have a leader back in Lagos. Yeah. They relocated to the UK. Now, the schedule has changed. Back here in Nigeria, the guy used to be more busy. As soon as they relocated, the wife is going to school. She can't have time for the kids anymore to take them to school and all of those things. They swapped. The man started taking the role of the wife in terms of bathe the kids because she has to get out of the house, meet the train at certain time. The guy, bathe the children, and take the children to school. My kids this morning, your pastor, I bathed them this morning. I'm not talking about last week. I'm not talking about last month. This morning, I bathed them and dressed them up. Both of you have to understand, because if you heap all of the work on your wife, if she collapses and die, is that what will you be happy? You just have to understand the season where you have part time. For now, I can't afford a maid. So we have to be sharing it. My brother, I cook. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. You see, the African setting, what they told you, some things you have to do an audit. You have to do an audit of some things you grew up with. You have to do an audit. And this thing is not Christianity or not Christianity. Growing up, when I watched my father before my mom and my dad separated, please, praise the Lord. Growing up, when I watched my mom and my dad before they separated, they were not Christians, though. But their behaviors were better than Christians. So maybe I learned that thing from my dad. It will beat us. It will beat us. The days that his wife is not going to be available or anything, it's not as if he cooks all the time, but the days that he knows that she's just not available or anything, it would help with it. This thing that they've told you that it is the woman that must always cook, that must always cook, that must always cook. See, it's not entirely true. Yes, she should be the one to cook. You understand? Yes, that's true. But depending on the kind of family you are trying to build, and depending on the season that both of you are part-time, you might have to find a way around it just to make your family to work. So sometimes you might be the one to cook, because come to think of it, if both of you have a 9-to-5 job, and both of you you left home in the morning, and you came back almost at the same time, both of you are both tired now, right? You're both tired, but she will still enter into the kitchen and make food for you. Then after that food at night, you will not call her again. You understand? So you have to take your, and that's why I'm telling you, my brother, I said something there. The environment you expose yourself to, the kind of friends you have around you, what they tell you about marriage, it will form your paradigm about marriage. Amy, my wife cannot talk to me like that too. You will see, you start behaving that way. You start behaving that way. Marriages that work. Marriages that work. I don't want to say this before my wife. Marriages that work. Both of you, as a man, you must learn when to be a man, and you must learn when to be a woman. You must learn when to be a man, you must learn when to be a woman. If you're a man at all time, should we test it? I can bet with you, you will crash the marriage. You will crash the marriage. You want to be a man at all time, you crash the marriage. So all of these things that they told us or we saw growing up and all of those things, don't allow all of those things form your paradigm about marriage. Both of you sit down. My dear, we are not in competition. Two shall become one. How do we make this marriage work? What work at this time? What is going to work at this season? No, we might do just this today. Yeah, we might do just this today, and yeah. So just relax, eh? Yeah, this might be the only thing we just do. Yeah, because I need to, because you see, and the reason why I'm taking my time is that when I was getting into relationship, when I was about getting into relationship with my wife and all of this thing, I had to sit myself down and ask myself all of these questions. I had to sit myself down and ask myself all of these questions. How do I want my marriage to look like? You see, Some of you in your mind right now, you'll be saying that, but my parents, my mother, I saw my mother all through her life. She was very humble and she was very this to my father and all of this. Can I tell you the truth? Most of those women, go and ask them, their heart is shattered. But because of their kids, their children, they stayed in the marriage. Because of their kids, they stayed in the marriage. Their heart is shattered. I'm coming, I will receive your question. Their heart is shattered. So you have to, and the biggest thing is that the mindset you carry into marriage will determine if your marriage will be toxic or not. For instance, if you don't know that there is a time you need to be a man and there is a time you need to be a woman, as a man before you get married, when you get into marriage, you would always want to be a man. That is what forces some people to beat their wife. There are some times your wife will misbehave, and the misbehavior will be crystal clear. It will be crystal clear. But as a man, it's fine. If you don't know how to act stupid, you might not sustain your marriage. If you don't know how to act stupid, you might not sustain your marriage. Because there is a level both of you will get to that nothing will make sense to you at that time because the conversation or the issue is heated. It is until when you calm down, you now begin to process, oh, what I did here, oh, it was wrong. But when you are currently going through that phase, you are not going to think about things in a logical way. So, when you are into a relationship with someone, these are conversations you have. I hear some people these days, the person you are dating, where is she? Or the person you are dating, where is he? Oh, he's in Canada. Me, I'm here. I said, it's good, it's nice. What are your plans? What are your plans? What are your plans? And personally, I would discourage families separating themselves. Somebody should be in America, somebody should be in Nigeria. I discourage it. You can go ahead with it if you feel it's something you can handle. You can go ahead with it. But most people that does that, should I tell you, they send their family to UK, all of this, and they remain here. Most people, I'm not saying everybody, most people, they have a side chick that is feeding them. What did they say? Yeah? What did they say? Tell me. No, I didn't hear you. Okay. That's the truth. You know, I've said most. I didn't say all. Somebody say all. Someone is saying something at the back. What's it? Most of them. So I'm not encouraging you to separate yourself. If you are working your relocation, both of you work it out so that you move. If both of you are not going to be living at the same time, make sure the interval is not too long. Because don't expose your husband to something that you now be praying over and over and over. Just arrange everything. Okay, let me pause a little bit. My brother, I don't know if I was able to help you. Was I able to help you? Okay, I'll allow you to ask questions, but let me just take from another person. Yeah, Joel, let me hear from you. Please, are we learning? Okay.
Yeah, good afternoon, church. So, apart from age, financial status, and pressure from the society, how do you really know you are emotionally and psychologically ready? not just yourself, but both of you, let's say you've been in a relationship for
Okay.
long, how do you guys know that, okay,
You are both
it's time,
emotionally and
and
psychologically.
psychology, we are ready to start?
Yeah. Yeah, you are psychologically ready and emotionally ready when you can make decisions by yourself without the interference of other people. When you don't have third party, if your mommy is still helping you to make decisions, my brother, you are not ready. Oh. You are not ready. Now, let me tell you another category that most of you think you were ready. You were not ready. If your friends are the major determinant when it comes to your decision, my brother, you are not ready. Or my sister, you are not ready. Because you are basing your... See, marriage is problem solving. Especially for the man. Marriage for you is leadership. You are bringing in someone on board that you want to help the person to achieve a purpose in life. So it's leadership for you. So if you cannot make good decisions for yourself, there's every likely tendency that you cannot make good decisions for another person that you are adding to yourself. And making quality and tough decisions, that is what makes a man. So when you will know that you're psychologically ready or emotionally ready, is that you are able to make decisions by yourself. Not that you are influenced by other people. Like, for instance, some of you, not all, you might have to leave your parents' house, even if that house belongs to you people. You might have to live there. You might have to just live there. Because as long as you are there, you'll be influenced. So, Joel, you must, because when you get into marriage, there are problems that will be happening every day in different sizes. And you must be tactical enough and be intelligent enough to solve them. Are you ready? Can you solve those problems? And those problems would also be showing up in the course of relationship. Many parents, many people that are married today, they don't understand jack about parenting. They don't understand jack about parenting. They just know that there's a time in your life you will grow. They will ask you to get married. Then you get married. Then you start giving birth. They don't understand jack about parenting. And that's why sometimes parents are unable to provide good intelligence for their children. Because they don't understand what it means to parent a child. So if you want to know if you're psychological, because what forms your psyche is your mind. Is your mind, do you have a quality mind to make quality decisions? Can you control your emotion? If you cannot control your emotion, just wait. Just wait. And your emotions are different. They are a lot, rather. From anger management to sexual management, because they're all emotions, to delaying gratification. Some of you cannot delay gratification. And you will push your husband until you guys enter into debt. Why? Because you want to look like others. So my husband, you must buy me this. You must buy me this. And the guy is trying. He's like, we don't have this money. Let's just do this. But because you can't delay gratification, you want to look like other people. You are using other people you will push him. So the guy will eventually just, so that the marriage can work, he will get the money. He won't tell you how he got the money. So if you cannot delay gratification, that right now, let's just, this season, know this, know that, so that we can achieve this. You are not ready, because in marriage, you are not catering for yourself alone. You're catering for your wife. At the same time, wife, you are catering for your husband and your children. Depending on your family type. Yes. Because you might think that he's a husband that would have much money. It may not be. And you have to cover up for him that nobody will know. So don't just think that. And that's why if you feel that marriage is a Ponzi scheme to get out of poverty, it's wrong. So you have to be ready. You have to understand that I can make good decisions. I can make quality decisions. I can delay gratifications. I have self-control. At least not to, I'm not saying you have to be 100% in all of these things, but above average. Because you also get better, along the line, but above average. Not that something is doing you, something is doing me, I need to have a lady tonight. I need to have my wife said no. Or my husband said, I need to have a lady tonight. You'll not be looking for prostitute up and down and all of those things. No. Does that help you, sir? Okay. Yes, ma'am. And you see, all of these signs, they are always there. But love, the same thing she said, love that blocks here. All of these signs, they are there, honestly. God is not an evil God. He does not lead you into problem. We lead ourselves into problem. You will see all of the problem, all of the signs. Say, he's Tade now. I will change him. Tade is very nice. Tade is very nice. Don't worry. Yeah. Please go ahead, Mo.
Good afternoon, church.
Good afternoon, Mo.
I want to pertaining to the truthful question you answered earlier.
Okay.
What if you were truthful at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah, you told the person you were dating.
Yeah.
Everything about you came out clean and all that. And eventually, your past, because not everybody does not have a good past.
It's fine.
So they start using your past against you.
Yeah.
Like, you want to change.
Yeah, but the person keeps bringing it back.
The person keeps referring to what you have done or what you have told them. How do you deal with that? Because eventually when you meet someone, because someone has used your past against you, you start holding back the truth.
Okay, so the thing is that when you are into a relationship with someone that is using your past against you, I can advise you, have the first conversation with the person that you're doing this, and this hurts me, and it's not really nice. Can we put an end to it? If the person stops, it's fine, continue. If the person repeats it again, give him that second chance. After that second chance, please, leave the relationship.
What if you're married already?
No, I'll come to marriage. After that second time, if the person repeats it the third time, and when I'm saying third time, it's not days, it's not day 1, day 2. The first one can be, you understand? And please, don't waste your time too, because some of you would have wasted years in a relationship. Don't waste time before all of those things happen. As soon as you see the signal, first month, second month, you should be able to calculate that this one. No. Because someone can, out of anger, can refer to the past. And you can judge it and tackle it, and both of you are good, and the person stops it. But if the person keeps doing it, just get out, because either you like it or not, it will keep bringing it back in marriage. And that thing will break you, will scatter your mental health. Yeah. If you are eventually married, the situation is more critical. Yeah, the situation is more critical. I must be truthful to you. What you guys can do is that you have to find a party that both of you respect, or the person respects, and relate the issue to the person so that the person can speak to him. So also, if you don't have that person that both of you speaks to, or the person respects, you can turn to God. Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. You can just turn to God. And that's why I don't go into marriage or something with somebody that does not have anybody that he fears or she fears. in her life. And that's why church is also one of that good place, because the person has a leader in church that you can quickly bring to speed on those matters. Because most of the time, another thing that I've also noticed is that in marriage, sometimes you don't know that you are misbehaving. Sometimes you don't know. It's not as if you are doing it. You are just behaving, but you don't know it's misbehavior, and you will never see it until a third party tells you. But both of you have to agree that this will be the third party that we would always share our marriage or marital issue with. You have to agree. Both of you have to agree on that. So that if I speak to this person or if she speaks to the person, both of you are not angry. It's something you have agreed. So the person, those people, you can divulge any information to them. You can divulge any information to them. So it's very important. Don't marry somebody that does not have anybody that he fears in life. Don't marry the person. Don't marry the lady that does not have anybody that cannot talk to her. She doesn't listen to anybody. She's all by herself. She's God. Don't marry her. Don't marry her, please. Yeah. Okay, please, let me come to the middle. Okay, Olawale Flair, I'm coming. Okay, I'll take one here. Then I'll come to the middle. Funke, I'll come to you. Olawale Flair and Funke, I'll come to you now. Yes.
Okay, good
Yes,
afternoon, church.
Yeah, good afternoon, ma. Please, let's make it very quick.
Okay, so my question is, what is the appropriate level of physical intimacy before marriage? Yeah.
Please,
the appropriate level of
please,
physical...
help me break the physical intimacy. Break it down for me.
I don't know, it could be anything. Intimacy, I mean,
Okay.
kisses, sex, I don't know, it could be anything.
Okay,
Physical
that's better
intimacy.
for me now. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yes, intimacy is needed in relationship. Yes, intimacy is needed. Yeah, intimacy is needed. Listen now. Intimacy is needed, and both of you, you have to be intimate with each other. But I'll tell you the kind of intimacy that you guys can practice. Practice intelligent intimacy. Practice planning intimacy. Yeah, planning intimacy. Intelligent intimacy, yeah, plan it. Do all of those things. As long as you are not married, sexual intimacy is not okay. It's not okay. Don't say you want to test if the person is sexually active or not. No, you cannot test. Now, let me give you a perspective. But both of you need to connect with each other, actually. You need to bond with each other. You need to go out together. You need to visit places together, because when you go out together, you need to be in your vulnerable state. My brother, you need to be in your vulnerable state. When your partner is in a vulnerable state or in his vulnerable state, he or she would not mind anything. They will just behave. At that point, you can see their true color. Because, my brother, either you like it or not, even you will not come out open at once. Even you will prostrate on the day of marriage. Will you ever prostrate after that time? Okay. So, but you need to go out together. You need to visit places together. You need to play together, have fun. Go to places where you guys can have fun. You play together. You understand. You need to do all of those things together, because it allows you to know each other. That's the process of. So when I'm saying know each other, it's not all about sitting down asking questions. That's going to be boring. You understand? So you have to play together. You have to go to a park together. You have to go on a tour together. You have to go to a place. Don't go on vacation together. Oh. You can go on vacation together, but if you are sure that you have put structure in place such that both of you wouldn't have to stay in the same place. But most of the time, that structure is not there. So just avoid going on vacation together. You understand? Most of the time, see, most of the time, we know this thing that, so just prevent it. For instance, I would advise that avoid having conversation in an enclosed place where it is just only you and the person. Even when you are not willing to do it, your body will just, it's natural, it's you. It's not demonic, it's not evil spirit. It's just you. It's just human. You understand? So, I mean, when you play out or hang out in places, you can do some games together that you can hold your hands. Then don't touch yourself in some specific places. Like, don't go and now be eating your partner at the bath. How are you? That hand, that electric current, it will not leave your hand, though. You will be thinking about it until you commit the act. So there are some things that you just avoid. They are not sin, but they are just limits so that you don't get yourself into problem. You understand? So avoid staying in an enclosed place together and all of those things. Yeah, avoid it. Yeah, but you can play. You can go to places, hang out, and watch movies and all of those together. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, Olawale fled and I go to Funke. Yeah, 2 more questions and that'll be all.
Good morning, church.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, so my question is, how do we deal with the pressure of physical aesthetics? So, by means slim, curvy.
Oh.
I'm not talking about social media pressure of aesthetics.
Okay.
I'm talking of individual preference.
Okay.
Not the one influenced by social media.
Okay.
So, how do we deal with the pressure of physical aesthetics? Because we've all heard about beauty fades and all of that. But as men, you want to have a wife you are proud to take out.
Yeah.
To
I
meet
understand.
out with friends and all of that.
Yeah.
So, but then you find a woman who has all of the values, who tick most of the boxes.
You know what you're looking for? You are looking for
yourself.
Yes, sir, let me hear you.
So, Pastor, it is not, what I mean is, I'm not saying the person has to be curvy. I'm not saying, physical preference can be somebody who likes someone that is very slim. And the partner who checks all the boxes, she just likes food.
And you don't like it.
And, you just want to see somebody, you want to be proud. As a guy, you want to go to...
I understand. Yeah, I understand
what... kind of friends and...
I understand what you're saying, yeah. It's okay as a lady or as a guy, because even women too, they have that preference. They have that thing. A lady wants themselves and their guys to go out and they want to be proud to say that, oh, that's my guy. Yeah, so both of us, we have that preference. We have that thing. But this is what I'm going to say to you. This is what I'm going to say to you. You're trying to prove a point now. Yeah? You're trying to prove a point to some people. If that's what you can cope with, go for someone that looks like that. It's fine. If that's what you can cope with, yeah. Marry your temptation. Yeah, marry your temptation. But what I'm just telling you is that when you are done marrying your temptation, you will see higher temptation. So it's not a function of how she looks, how he looks, and all of those things. You see, back in primary school, I knew a lady. She'll be crying. Mucus will come out of here. You now use a pencil to clean it. I think she was very disgusting. Olawale File. Olawale, can you hear me? If you see that lady now. Olawale. So, someone you think that does not look handsome now, let pepper rest. This body, it's changed, oh. This body, it's changed. So, if physical look was your only metrics, it might be dangerous. Just make sure that the person has the physical and has the values. Yeah. Sure you understand? Just make sure. But if the person ticks all those physical things and does not have other values, you have to make a decision. Are you willing to continue with that? Can you cope? If you can cope, continue. If you cannot cope, back out. But I can tell you that someone that you think does not look good. Someone that you think does not look, just you will be surprised that many guys have now said, and I wanted to marry this lady. Yeah. Alali, that's the best way I can help you. Yeah, Funke.
Afternoon, church. So I want to ask a question regarding that sister that she was talking about the past.
Yeah.
So I read a book, A to Z of a Failed Relationship and Marriage, that there's a stage you can say your past. You just don't, when you meet someone, you just don't tell the person your past at once.
Yeah,
you need to
correct.
watch the emotional intelligence of the person, if the person can actually carry it or not. But the moment you notice, I want to ask now that what if you notice that if I tell this person my past, it might break this person? What do you do? Should I just keep it to myself and continue with the relationship, or look for a better way to say it?
It's better to be truthful. Because either you like it or not, you will find out. So if you express yourself, if you say the truth and the person eventually leaves you, it's better. It's better. You will find somebody that will love you with your past. You'll find somebody that will love you, but don't carry lie into marriage. It's not good. Just tell the person this and this and this. And that's why I'm saying that you just have to be careful the places where you meet people and all of those things. So some people cannot deal with all of those things. They are not strong, so they just, Funke, I don't know if that helps. Yeah. Let me take that sister at the back. Yeah, the sister at the back. Blow.
Good afternoon, church.
Yeah, please go ahead, ma'am.
All right, sir. You've been mentioning values here and there. I would like you to simplify more on what you mean by values.
Okay, because of time, I'll come back to values. Yeah, maybe I can do a teaching on values. Okay, I have a question here. There is a trend about understanding partner. Understanding partner is someone in a relationship with a steering guy, a guy struggling, okay, would you advise a lady to stay in that relationship knowing fully, well, what happens to understanding girlfriend these days? I'm not really clear on this question. Yeah, I'm not really quite clear on the question. Yeah, I know you may be trying not to ask, maybe because the person is also here. Yeah, you may be careful. Yeah, which is very wise of you. So maybe let me decode what I think it is. Yeah, tell me. Offering. Okay. Let me decode what I think you're trying to say. Maybe you're dating someone that is not financially buoyant, and the guy is not still there financially. The thing is that every one of us is not going to marry a rich guy. Yeah. Every one of us is not going to marry a rich guy. I must tell you the truth. Everyone is not going to marry a rich guy. So don't peg your life. Don't delay your life, because the time you are not ready to marry anybody, you will not find anybody. Don't delay yourself. If you find a guy or a lady that is prospectful, doing something intentional with his life, and is moving from one point, one financial level to another level, he's doing something. Both of you, can't you just liaise together and build the empire? But your fear is that, men, they said men, they are very dangerous. So then, you've watched too many Nollywood. They've shown you movies about people that built their family with their husband. When they eventually made it, their husband now dumped them. So you now feel that they're also going to dump me. Well, that thing can affect, but I think that it's something that both of you can work out together. You can just work out plans that these and these are the things we want to do. These are the things we want to do, and these are the things that we should be doing. You work it out together, and both of you start growing. Then you build that financial empire that you really want to build. Everyone is not going to have access to a rich person. The person that becomes rich, the person also built himself to that level. You two build now. And stop looking for a guy that is already made. But the truth is that every one of us is not going to you're not going to have access. Every one of us is not going to get married to a rich guy. But marry a guy that is moving. Don't marry a guy that is static. Marry someone that is doing everything. And those things that he's doing is visible to the eyes. And he's moving. Is moving. You can see that process. You can see that work. You can see that commitment to get better. You understand? So it's okay. But also, it's you. It's not me. If you feel you cannot cope, you can opt out.